these characters really put the art in an artificial limb. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 movie characters with badass artificial limbs. For this list, we'll be looking at artificial limbs that replace or substitute at least one original missing limb from a person. We're excluding characters like Dr. Octopus, whose robotic tentacle arms don't replace any existing limbs.
And these monstrous things should be at the bottom of the river. Along with me.
And RoboCop, who's given a cyborg body, as well as Luke Skywalker, because we never really see his cybernetic arm in action, and it's pretty much indistinguishable from a regular one. Number 10, Captain Hook, Peter Pan.
I'll get you for this, Pan, if it's the last thing I do!
This pirate captain's famous hook hand is probably one of the first artificial limbs children ever see.
You want a splash, Mr. Starkey. I'll give you a splash!
He uses his shiny silver hook for everything, from threatening enemies to playing his fancy grand piano.
Rumor has it that already she has come between you and Peter.
Despite his cruelty, short temper, and extreme arrogance, Captain Hook is a highly enjoyable character. In addition to being suave and cunning, his hook gives him that touch of originality that good villains need.
You wouldn't dare fight old Hook, man to man. You'd fly away like a cowardly sparrow.
Being a timeless bad guy, he's appeared in countless other adaptations of Peter Pan, most notably Steven Spielberg's Hook.
Oh yes, you'll see. He'll crow, he'll fight, he'll fly, and then he'll die.
As the song goes, the world's most famous crook.
There isn't a boy who won't enjoy a working for Captain Hook, the world's most famous crook.
Number 9, Kesley, Tank Girl.
My, she'll be fun to break.
As bad guys go, Kesley is pretty heinously wicked even before he loses his arm and his face.
Your face has been gutted, Mr. Kesley, sir. To be honest, your chances of seeing again are as likely as your arm growing back.
When his underlings fail him, for example, he likes to extract all the water from their bodies and drink it.
Water is life. Water is power.
But after violent desert creatures called Rippers disfigure him and tear off his arm, his brand new cybernetic arm and holographic head just make him even more powerful.
Know what it means? It means I can hurt you, but you can't hurt me.
The arm is also metal and covered with razors, which definitely ups his game when it comes to a fight.
I won, and you know it.
Number 8, Lieutenant Gene Rasczak, Starship Troopers.
Welcome to the Roughnecks.
Ratcat's Roughnecks!
This soldier is described in the script as a rugged veteran who proudly displays his missing hand, but that only just begins to cover it. He starts off the movie as a teacher, lecturing his students and using his stump to emphasize his points.
You.
They probably wouldn't say anything. Hiroshima was destroyed.
Correct.
This makes him pretty memorable to begin with, but then he reappears later on as a squad leader, sporting a prosthetic arm and punching out giant bugs.
All right. Spread out! Fire teams! You locate a bug hole, nuke it.
His missing arm doesn't slow him down as he proves to be fully badass till the very end.
I expect the best, and I give the best.
Number 7, Mr. Han, Enter the Dragon.
I look forward to a tournament of truly epic proportions.
Mr. Han has a missing hand, but that doesn't keep him from being a criminal mastermind.
You have offended my family, and you have offended the Shaolin Temple.
His crime empire runs like oil, and he uses his prosthetic hand to enforce his own strict, if unconventional, moral code.
We are all ready to win, just as we are born, knowing only life. It is defeat that you must learn to prepare for.
In fact, his prosthetic gives him quite an edge. First, he beats a man to death with his cast iron hand, and then he upgrades it to a bladed prosthetic, perfectly designed to slice and dice his enemies.
Very few people can be totally ruthless. It isn't easy. It takes more strength than you might believe.
Consider him like the predecessor to the Shredder.
It is not possible.
Number 6, Gazelle, Kingsman, the Secret Service.
Is he dead?
That tends to happen when you shoot someone in the head.
Gazelle's job is to fight, and her legs are her primary weapons, cutting through foes with endless spinning high kicks. Actress Sofia Boutella had to learn Thai boxing and Taekwondo in order to play the part, and it definitely shows.
Can you hold these? Please?
In the original graphic novel, Gazelle was a man with artificial legs. Turning her into a female acrobatic killing machine with razor-sharp bladed prosthetics just made her that much more badass.
What's wrong with them?
I don't know. Could have something to do with the mass genocide.
Number 5, Bucky Barnes, Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky?
Bucky Barnes was Captain America's sidekick, but he died near the end of World War II, or so everyone thought.
Best friends since childhood. Bucky Barnes and Stephen Rogers were inseparable.
He was actually captured by the Soviets, who gave him a cybernetic arm to replace the one that was torn off in the crash that had supposedly killed him. The now brainwashed Bucky has been an amazing fighter since his childhood, and his new metal arm just makes him all that much more deadly.
You're my mission.
It makes him as strong, if not stronger, than Captain America himself, which means strong enough to tear open armored cars and smash concrete with just his fist. Also, it's strong enough to play frisbee with the Cap's shield.
Who was he? You met him earlier this week on another assignment.
Number 4, Imperator Furiosa, Mad Max Fury Road.
You done this before?
Many times.
Furiosa is an all-round amazing character, and not just because of her awesome attitude and incredible fighting skills.
Remember me?
Unfortunately, Hollywood is still struggling in their representation of both female and disabled characters, which makes Furiosa a very refreshing change.
You're relying on the gratitude of a very bad man. You've already damaged one of his wives. How grateful do you think he's gonna be?
With her mechanical arm, unquestionable leadership, and quest for redemption, the disabled female lead is not only a fan favorite, but arguably the main character of the movie.
How does it feel?
It hurts.
Out here, everything hurts. You want to get through this? Do as I say.
She proves that missing an arm doesn't make her any less capable, and she's just as confident fighting with her stump as she is with her awesome prosthetic.
They're looking for hope.
What about you?
Redemption.
Number 3, Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands.
What happened to you?
I'm not finished.
Oh!
Edward is an artificial man whose creator died before he was finished creating him, which left the titular character with razor-sharp scissors for hands. And, you know, since they're the only hands Edward has ever known, and scissors aren't actual human limbs, he still technically makes the cut for this list.
Can't you, if you poor sheep strayed so far from the path?
We're not sheep.
Don't come near me.
When Edward winds up in a suburban village, his scissor hands help him artfully trim hedges and make ice sculptures. Before long, the villagers start to fear him, though.
It's not heaven he's from, it's straight from the stinking flames of hell. The power of Satan is in him, I can feel it.
In their eyes, Edward is monstrous and needs to be fixed. But the film shows that the real monstrosity lies in the hearts of normal, non-disabled society.
They didn't hurt you, did they? Were you scared?
Edward is, in fact, more humane than many of them. Instead of stealing and taking advantage of others, he uses his incomplete hands to create something beautiful.
I'll be darned.
Number 2, Cherry Darling, Planet Terror.
Come on, Skip. Let's go. Not cry.
It's hard to get more badass than a machine gun for a leg. Cherry starts out as a down-and-out go-go dancer, but when she loses her leg in a zombie attack, it's the tipping point in her life, no pun intended.
3 sickles attacked her. I shot at them. I never miss. They took the leg with them.
Instead of letting her disability slow her down, she first gets it replaced with a wooden leg and then replaces that with a modified gun, complete with rocket launcher.
Would you stop crying over spilt milk?
I have no leg!
This leads to her swiftly becoming the leader of her ragtag team of survivors. Her Her gun prosthetic ends up giving her way more confidence than she ever had before, and it's undeniably epic to see a swarm of zombies falling under the steady stream of bullets and grenades.
What do you think of the leg?
Oh, that's funny.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Friday night, 10 o'clock, 75,000 in cash.
Oh, you got a knife. That's very good.
There.
I want one of those. Still, you have proved yourself useful these past few months, Wormtail.
Thank you, Master. Oh, how cliché, Inspector. I think somebody's been watching too many Saturday morning cartoons.
Number 1, Ash Williams' Evil Dead franchise.
That's right. Who's laughing now?
When an evil force released from the Book of the Dead possesses Ash's hand, he has no choice but to hack it off.
Here's your new home.
But that just makes an already pretty cool character even more cool. In Evil Dead 2, he picks up the same chainsaw that he used to self-amputate, and with Annie's help, attaches it to his stump and goes on a rampage. Sawing his way through the possessed undead hordes.
Hey, I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul!
Swallow this.
As Ash himself is wont to say, groovy.
Groovy.
Not only that, but in the sequel, Army of Darkness, he finds himself in medieval times and makes himself a metal gauntlet in order to keep right on kicking ass.
Hail to the king, baby.
Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite character with a badass artificial limb?
Bingo. The game. You have played bingo, right?
Do I look like I play bingo?
For more fantastic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.